Hello and welcome to the AVBOB Dream Team presentation on the Infinity Bonus. Now this is by far the most exciting part of our entire compensation plan because it's the place where you can earn infinitely deep on all of the business that we do worldwide. Now, as you know, we're starting in South Africa, and in South Africa we're building up a base of people who are going to be the core, the fountainhead for what we do globally. And as soon as we've got traction in South Africa, we're going to be moving into Central Africa, then we're going to be moving into India. And I just need to point out there's 1 billion people in India. So can you imagine how big we can build this business in India? And then we're going to move into Indonesia and that Pacific Rim area. So this is the starting point, South Africa, where we're starting to build this business. Now, I've spoken to you before in previous trainings about the retail commission, or what we call the connector bonus, and the volume bonus. Just to recap on that, what happens is that you can sign up as many people as you like who are pure customers. These are people who just want a policy and who take the policy, and you have been the cause of that sale. Now, in that case, you can get a retail bonus or a connector bonus, plus you can get a volume bonus. So when those people buy, you're earning up to 20% in retail and up to another 20% in volume bonus. So this is extremely exciting part of our business, but we've got a whole training session for that. And then we've got the indirect commission, because remember, every time you sign up a connector, they are going to go out there and they're going to sign up customers and they're going to sign up connectors, and they will generate their own volume bonus. Now you get up to 100% of whatever they generate in volume bonus. So if they generate 1,000 Rand, you can earn up to 1,000 Rand. If they generate 10,000 Rand, you can earn up to 10,000 Rand. So you got 10 people, each earning 10,000 Rand, and you're on 100% volume bonus. You could earn 100,000 Rand a month just purely from that volume bonus. But what we're talking about today is the infinity bonus. Now, I want to contrast that with what is actually happening in traditional MLM businesses so that you understand the difference. Now, in a traditional MLM business, you go out, you find a bunch of people. Normally they say you find 5 people and they find 5 people each, and this goes on infinitely deep. Everybody's finding 5 people on the level below them. But what they don't highlight to you is that you only get paid on a certain number of levels deep. Now, on some of the bigger companies, some of the more generous companies will pay you down 8 levels. So you can get maybe a 5% on level 1, 4% on level 2, etc., and 2% on level 8. But what happens to the people who join in your 9th level? Without exception, all of these companies at some point stop paying you. So you might not earn a cent on somebody on your level 9. Or what about your level 10? Or how about person on level 1,000? Obviously, you're not earning any money from them. And what about the person on level 10,000? Of course, you earn no money on them either. So this is where these compensation plans fall down. They try and focus you on those first 8 levels that you're earning, but the business could go international. It could go tens of thousands of levels deep. So we are not at all happy about that. We feel that if you have a person in your team who is 10,000 levels deep from you, that you should earn from the sales that they generate. You should be able to earn from your entire network infinitely deep, no matter what. So in these legacy networks, nobody's putting people into your team. Your upline is not interested in building your team. They're interested in building their own team. So they put people into their own downline. So there's no spillover. You don't earn after a certain level of numbers. So you go down 8 levels or whatever they promise you. Even if they promise you 20 levels, what happens on the 21st level? Or the 22nd level. So there's a certain number of levels at which you cut off. Then you're forced to build your entire business yourself. Nobody's helping you. Your downline will put people into your team, but let's say your downline is on level 8 and you're only paid up to level 8, and that downline member brings somebody into their team. Well, that person's on level 9. They're not in your depth. You don't earn from them, which is a disaster. So they could be out of your depth. There's no infinity component to that whatsoever. And what happens when the rest of the world comes online? Well, they will be out of your depth and you won't earn anything from them. So we're really committed to not going with these legacy structures. So what we've done is we've created a binary structure, and let me show you how it works. When somebody signs up, half your people are going to go into your left leg and half your people are going to go into your right leg. Now, our software focuses on trying to put the person into your network where it's going to generate the most profit for you. So it's going to try and place your people wherever it's going to be the most profitable. And it's going to continue doing that so that we build up your network to be profitable and to generate you the maximum amount of money. The beauty of the binary system is that the person who's in your upline, the person who sponsored you, their sponsor and their sponsor and their sponsor, well, you'll be in one of their legs. That means that when they sign up somebody, that person very likely is going to drop down into your team. How cool is that? So your upline is spilling their network into your network. And you earn on the people that your upline brings in. Now that's epic, because that means that your upline is actually physically helping you build your business. You also get spill down. That means the people in your team below you are going to sign up people, and their people will sign up people, and that will spill down your network. And because it's an infinity-based network, you earn on them no matter how many levels deep they go. Now this continues infinitely deep. This is why this is so important. It's an infinity bonus. You earn infinitely deep on your network. As I said, even if a person's 10,000 levels deep, you are going to be earning on them. So we've placed people into your left leg and right leg. Now let's say we have 1 million rand sales in your left leg and 2 million rands worth of sales in your right leg. So we add up all the sales in your left leg, infinitely deep, all the sales in your right leg, infinitely deep for a calendar month, and whatever that total is, that is your left leg and right leg volume. In this case, 1 million left leg, 2 million right leg. Then what we do is we pay out on matching volume. So we say, where does this match? Well, it matches at 1 million rands. And then we pay out on that 1 million rands. So depending on your rank, you can earn up to 16% of that 1 million rands, which means that that's 160,000 rands that can be paid out on that 1 million rands. And the reason it can be such a big number is because it is infinitely deep. So you earn infinitely deep, and then you don't lose the extra money that happened to be on your right leg. So remember, you're matching at 1 million. You had 2 million in your right leg, so that leaves 1 million over. What we do is we bank that 1 million for you in the right leg. Now, why that's important is because every month we start from zero. But as you can see, your right leg already has 1 million rand in it. So even if you don't do a single sale in the whole of your right leg infinitely deep, and you only sell in your left leg, what will happen is that we'll still be able to balance those two legs. So we pay out matching volume on the two legs based on your banked in the right leg and whatever sales you make in the left leg. So let's say you make 1 million rands worth of sales in your left leg total, and you make no additional sales in your right leg, but you still have your 1 million banked there. Now you get your 1 million banked matching with your 1 million left leg volume, and we pay you out on that matching volume, and that's 160,000 rands again. So as you can see, even though your right leg didn't perform, it doesn't matter because we use the bank to drive your left leg commissions. Now, what are the benefits? We calculate all sales infinitely deep forever. We pay out matching volume. So in other words, whatever's matched, we pay you out on every single month. We record the bank volume so that you don't lose any of the sales that you've made in a stronger leg. We pay up to 16%. So that means a huge percentage of our commission is going to this specific bonus. So guys, people are going to say to you, this is not a great bonus. People are going to say, no, they want some other bonus in here. People are going to talk to you about level-based commissions because it's easier to calculate or it's easier to understand or whatever. But you should never lose sight of the fact that as a leader, when this business grows, you do not want to be cut off at level 8. You want to be able to share in the spoils that is happening around the world infinitely deep, because we're currently in South Africa, and that's fantastic. But what happens when we bring Africa online? There's 500 million people in Nigeria. What happens when they come online? Do you want them in your team? Do you want to be earning commission from that 500 million people? And then what happens when we bring India and Indonesia online? There's another 1 billion people there. Would you like to be earning from them? You could have people 100,000 levels deep in your network, and you could be earning off them. So don't let anybody talk you out of this particular compensation plan. It is epic. It's the most important of all the compensation plans for the leadership. If you want to build a massive team, this is the compensation plan that is going to ensure that you make a shared load of money. Our goal from day one has been to set this business up here in South Africa as the fountainhead and then look to the world. Because what we are wanting to do is we want to bring commissions from the world to South Africa. Now, you know for yourself that all of these other big companies, what they're doing is they're established in America, or they're established in Europe, or they're established in China, or whatever. And what they're doing is they're coming to South Africa and they're taking our rands and they're giving it to their people. Don't you think it's time for them to be taking their euros and dollars and yen and all of that and sending it back to South Africa? Isn't that what we want? Well, absolutely. And that is the goal of Dream Team. We are trying to create a situation where the money flows into South Africa, into the hands of our business entrepreneurs, into the hands of our network members and our leadership, which is you. And believe me, as this business grows, because you're at the top of this entire global network, you are going to be the ones driving the Ferraris, living in the fancy houses, taking the exotic holidays around the world, flying first class. That is going to be your life because you're at the top of this entire business. Extremely exciting. We are trying to give everyday South Africans an extraordinary international opportunity. And believe me, this is an extraordinary international opportunity. We are only associating ourselves with the whales out there, the big companies, the companies who've got real credibility, the companies who've got real power, the companies who've got real bank accounts to make sure that this is 100% sustainable globally. And by being part of the Dream Team network, you are part of those massive companies, those massive brands who are backing this and creating businesses for everyday South Africans like you. So ultimately, we know we are going to create a huge number of millionaires in South Africa. People like you who have got leadership potential, who are going to go out there and do the hard work and create huge amounts of money for yourself. Without the infinity bonus, that doesn't happen. So I hope you can see why this is absolutely the most important of all of the bonuses. This is the way we create the millionaires. This is the way we funnel money from around the world to you. This is the way we ensure that as this business grows, that you are our rich and famous people who we are going to parade across the stages around the world, who we're going to introduce to people around the world to show them how things can be done and how normal people can achieve extraordinary results.